We're doing it.
Okay.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're gonna. All right, we're back, and we're up to the 6th month, which is return.
We blazed through this
We've
pretty
blazed
well.
through this.
Yeah,
like
pretty well.
Whenever we're playing Go by Moonlight, I always complain about like how long it takes us to like go through anything mechanically because we spend so long faffing about. And then as soon as I get like, as soon as we start playing this, I'm like,
Because
oh, wow.
Alpha's in this stream and she's a professional.
That's true.
I'm gonna put this out there.
It's the ratio of Australians is lower, so the amount of like dawdling.
I am the golden standard by which all professionals should be judged. Certainly. Yeah.
I mean, there are 4 of us instead of 5 of us.
Yeah.
True.
Which I think actually makes a really big difference.
It really does. When it comes to like focus and time and stuff, yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, with 4 people, we never would end up on some weird, total segue, not talking about it at all.
I super disagree.
Come back from break.
What I will say is the segues on break and like the chat in general is just so warm and inviting and comfortable. A lot of what we do is like, all right, now we're playing the game. Like,
this is a nice hanging out kind of.
Yeah, I mean that's like, it's my birthday. I want to hang out with people and also play role playing games.
And yeah, chat is especially lovely today.
Great,
Thank you very much, chat, for
today.
being such a
Real nice.
it's a nice, cheerful bunch of folks.
Yeah.
Australians dawdle, no way.
I
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
It's like the longest drawn out. Like,
That it's daytime, and that it's sunny, and that it's probably warm. Whereas here it is night, it's raining, and it's cold.
I'm
Overcast and muggy today, like super muggy.
I mean, me personally, it's dark, cold, and I'm just thinking about the food I have in the fridge for dinner. That's what that's where my brain is at right now. Oh my God,
there's a Farmers Union iced coffee in the fridge.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Return.
Yes.
Who the fuck is dealing with Return?
Let's play the game, though.
The heart of winter.
Return. Yeah. So it's one. Yeah, it's one of you 3. It's not me.
Whom, my dear friends, whom?
Whom is most aligned with Return?
I mean, water. I hazard to say travelers.
Travelers do return.
They do.
That's
and
true.
I guess you could talk about the
And we're going to a
ultimate.
big party.
Yeah, party.
Yeah, that seems good. That seems good.
Seems
Yeah,
good.
We're gonna have to
Seems
have
good.
like one final challenge after this one, because there's a bonus encounter.
The
that
last
comes
one
after
could
it.
be travelers instead of.
Oh, right. Because
let me have a look at the people prompt, right? Because we could be like meet up with other travelers that are from our people. Where's the one that is the here we are.
And when the last thing happens.
So the final challenge, the only one that would be the travelers is floating stronghold of mercenaries, greedy, well armed, and merciless. So I think if we had travelers now as like starting to meet up with some of our people, that would be cool.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's do that. There are lots of delightful options.
neat.
Let's see which one we pull. 3 again. I'm gonna re-roll. Let's see. Yeah, because we don't want another big pile of dead bodies.
I mean, you say that, but
I mean, if you've
I don't
rolled the
know.
same thing, just re-roll.
So I did re-roll,
Oh, you
and
did.
this is perfect. We just reincorporate the crap out of this. So, having seen the prompt, I have seen enough. Let me just answer my questions just to make sure. So, we know that we're close to the appointed place for the festival, which maybe like changes every year or something. Like we don't always go to the same place, and so we're going to wherever place this is.
Actually, that's a good point, Andrew. Someone has to tell us what like signs show us we're getting close.
Yeah, I think that might... Is that Elsewhere? Is that the eyes?
Yeah, I think
eyes
eyes.
have to tell us.
Do you want to tell us
signs?
what the signs are that we're getting close to our destination?
Oh, right. Yeah, I can. Totally.
Sorry, Andrew. I didn't mean to interrupt. Just...
No, this is great. Someone else can describe. I don't have to. Feels good.
Hang on. I'm just looking for my page. Here we are. Eyes. The people's voyage across the endless sea has a destination. When the people begin to near the destination, by what signs will they know they have arrived? The forest of violet sea kelp, from which the people extract their sacred dyes.
Yeah. Neat.
That's real cool.
It's also my name.
Even more cool.
And so maybe they're stopping to harvest some of this when distant at first on the horizon, but rapidly coming closer, like at speeds that would seem impossible to us, how quickly these ships are moving. They're like incredibly tall ships. They sit very high in the water, so there's like a big wall of wood and other kind of strange materials. I think the prow of the ship is covered in brass, so there's this a big plated kind of nose to the thing. Their sails cast long shadows on the sea, and they have like complicated rigging and people scurrying up and down, managing all of these sails, and they cut through the water with this like unnerving speed, and pass the people. They're all clad in white. Actually, no, these ones are in bright colors, but their costume is familiar in form to that of all the corpses.
Right. Yeah.
But like bright and alive, and the people on the ships are bright and alive. And they all watch from, like, many of them like run to the deck to look at the people as they pass. We see cannons sticking out from the belly of the ship, all gleaming in brass as well, catching the like pale winter sun and like, you know, harsh reflections, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Okay.
God damn, we can't use the law.
I know.
This is a lot.
We can use the stories.
Yeah, I would be keen to try, because like in my mind, this makes me go like, oh, they'll know how to use the brass things for the ritual. They'll know the secret.
That's a great idea.
And also, they're in our violet kelp forest of dyes as well, which is like another storied place.
That's true. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sounds good.
Take it.
All right. I'm happy to. Okay. Memory of the people. So I think that the people, when they sort of see these ships approach, and they notice that the people on the ships are sort of paying very close attention to them and looking at them curiously. Several of the dyers who are collecting the kelp kind of make a show of what they're doing, and sort of lift these baskets out of the water, dripping with this kind of like purple tinted seawater, and they kind of like lift the the kelp out very dramatically and kind of begin to lay it on the rafts. And they're doing this whole thing sort of quite performatively, so that the the travelers who are passing can see what they're doing, and hopefully are intrigued by this, because they would like to kind of maybe have a trade with them or have a discussion. My questions are, and it's great because I just have all of these really spooky questions. It's like, oh, let's trade, but about our dreams and nightmares.
Let's treat dreams and nightmares. That's a great idea.
Yeah. I would like to know, what weakness, taboo, or vulnerability did the people remember this thing has?
Well, if you put holes in these people and insert the brass things in them, they are dead and they float in water, and they presumably will go off to that island with the other dead things.
Okay.
This much we know for certain. And in more distant tales and rememberings of like strange other people, we also know that many like strange folk, I think there's probably like a really old story that this like vaguely sounds like, but the details aren't really consistent, about people who came and like watched at a distance but were forbidden to touch the people, and that when one of the people went towards them, they would like flee and make space, and when someone actually did touch one of them, they died on the spot. Or were cast out by their people, or became one of us. There's like some weird metaphor.
Was somehow lost, yeah.
Yeah.
Or became
or like
no longer part of them. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. So it's possible that they won't want to touch us, or might be somehow harmed by.
Also, these people are all tiny compared to us. They are like small in stature, just as the corpses were.
Right. Okay.
Because many of us are descended from giants of the sea.
Of course. Yeah. Right.
By comparison to them. But they are incredibly.
Yes.
I think we see many of them like rushing to the like railings of their ship, and then like even more and more like there's this like they're just multitudinous. There are tons and tons of them.
Okay. And a second question that I would like to ask, can I use the dream question?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, totally. I would love to do that. I would love to ask, forewarned by our dreams, what preparations have we already made?
I don't know what the answer would be to this. How might we deal with this, and in what ways are these things dangerous that I then need to think of solutions for?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think these people don't have gods or or ancestors as we understand it. And so people have been having dreams about these like formless like lump of clay people who like spill or like scurry forth from an oven, because we had clay maybe back on the island, right? Like, so like these people being baked, and that they're like some of them half finished, fleeing from this great fiery kiln, and spilling into the ocean and like dissolving, because they're like incomplete. and like soft and moldable. And in this dream, the world octopus is like in the ocean that they like flee into and die. The world octopus is down below, mingling inks with their like dissolved bodies and reforming them on the ocean floor. And the clay is like a different color. And I think like probably their like skin color is different than that of the people. And when these new ones are formed, they are the color of the people.
Right.
Instead of these like little half-baked things, and that like the people that the world octopus assembles are larger and more, you know, like stronger and sturdier.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
And that the preparations that therefore have been made are the people who make dyes have been like inspired to try to simulate those colors that they've seen in the dream. There were like these colors that they hadn't been able to make before, but with the kelp they're pulling up now, that particular color, it's just like this omen.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to go with confront it, relying on the strength of the people's rituals to tame or avert it. And I'm going more for tame here. I think the combination of these foretelling dreams and then sort of the like finally seeing these people, these travelers, the people, for the many months that they've been traveling since they saw the dead island with its gravity, were kind of like worried about like the creatures that did this. You know, they must be terrifying and powerful to have killed so many people. And upon seeing these travelers, they're kind of a little bit like disappointed, maybe. Like, oh, it's really they did this, okay, but they're not even finished. And I think the people following in the footsteps of their ancestor Tar, are going to take quite a forward approach and go up to these people and try to speak to them and kind of dictate a trade of this special ink for some of their knowledge. We're going to be quite
demanding.
Yeah, exactly. We're just going to tell them how this is going to work. Does this course of action work?
So you're going to be forceful and demanding, huh?
We're going to give them something. It's a trade, but it's a trade on our terms.
It's a tough one, Emily. I don't know. Let's say it works, but at a cost.
That sounds like a trade.
And that y'all can gain one thing and lose two.
Yep, that seems fair to me. Cool. All right.
But I think that they are inclined to dialogue. They send people down to talk to the people, and though they don't really have like a grasp on your language, they kind of fumble through it and negotiate terms as best as they can.
Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. So I think I would So can I ask the three of you for a thing, including you, Andrew, because I would go last. Okay, cool. Then I think I would like to lose something from hands and eyes, but win something from law.
Huzzah.
Okay.
Andrew gets to twist the win around into a loss again.
Because
Hey,
this
the
is
last one was totally
No,
sick.
that was actually just super cool.
It was,
Yeah.
So
it was
totally
really
good.
sick.
yeah.
It was totally sick.
yeah. Because this is where the aspects that I've chosen like are flipped around and bite me in the butt, because what I want is a new ritual, but we can't win that.
Nope.
Like,
See,
it's
all of
not
mine are just like kill or maim someone, basically.
someone gets dead.
I mean,
And I
that's,
think
that's
it's,
a really common one. Like killing or maybe someone like that is a person is often something that's like a loss.
We all have ways to off people.
And I think it's that the person who is the lead negotiator for this trade actually isn't the one who like succeeds in getting what is necessary. In fact, their methods are like a little bit too forward and a little bit too like harsh and strict, and they have like this way they're communicating, and clearly like the language seems aggressive to these other people or something, and it looks like it's gonna go badly, and then somebody kind of swoops in and saves them from it, but it like disillusions them towards the idea of like other cultures and other people. Like, why can't they just be the way that we are and do things in a way that is totally reasonable? I'm supposed to be good at this. Why didn't I succeed? Sort of thing. So I gotta name this person and then damn them to be bad at trading.
Awesome.
I'm saying that one of the things we lost was a thing that we had to trade. Blood of a god neutralized by dyes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's absolutely it. I think that's that's our solution, like from the dream, is that we feel, and I think there's a thing which, you know, we might never find out the resolution of, but I think that it's at least someone's scheme in this trade to give these travelers the dye mixed with the blood of a god, in the hopes that it will that having contact with it will basically turn them into being like us.
Yeah,
like
right.
We'll kind of like poison them or like transform them into us, and that maybe we will meet them again. I think that's an idea that they have, whether or not.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, we give away our special water.
All right, so we're gonna gain a reputation, unlike other reputations that we have thus far. And I will just riff off of us giving them weird blood dye stuff, giving us this reputation. So what are our current kind of reps here? So I think amongst the people of the distant east, we gain a reputation as what would it be? It's like we're not healers exactly, but we have we have the secrets of life. We become known as people who can make strength for others out of the sea, seemingly from nothing, because they don't understand what the fuck we're doing. So yeah, the people, the reputation, crafting, elixirs and salves.
Cool.
Very nice. Cool.
Okay.
Well, then we have to have the final challenge.
Yeah. And I have a thing to say, but I think mine comes
Yours
like I have
happens
a thing to
after that,
choose. Mine
yeah.
happens after that. Cool, great.
The final task.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Tell us about it.
It is a jagged and treacherous reef, a maze of razor edges and tricky currents.
I think the eyes are suitable for this. If I might
Well,
suggest.
but we have to get someone to play the
Oh,
the-
right.
the
Okay,
book,
that's
which-
just like a description of the area. Okay, never mind.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was the problem.
No, so I get to choose what of these things it is, and then we choose who can best portray it, which aspect.
So the eyes may still be the best way to deal with it. We just have to
But
Possibly.
unfortunately,
what kind of
it sounds like the sea.
But maybe also the water might be.
Yeah, I was gonna say it also sounds like a waters thing. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be either water or dwellers, and dwellers would take it in an interesting but like other direction.
I think it's water.
Does
You think
make
it's
sense.
water?
So that we
Yeah,
have the hands for crying out loud.
True,
Okay.
that's true. Good point.
Let's do it.
So Elf, the way this works is I've given you basically what would have been your D8 roll.
Okay. I
So,
got
do
you.
you want to read it again, Ash?
Yep. So your D8 roll is effectively a jagged and treacherous reef, a maze of razor edges, and tricky currents.
All right. Let me just look at
Yeah,
my
that is definitely
prompts
a waters.
here. Okay. Well, I mean, you have your description. Ahead of you lies under the water, the clear water ahead of you is this nasty, jagged reef of horrible points and rocks and coral and nasty pointy bits, all that business. Yeah. Some of which sort of comes up above the water as if it maybe used to be higher, sort of thing, but has since, like, the sea level in general has dropped or something. But yeah, there's sort of these dead, like, coral pieces that spiral out from the water. But it's super easy to see underneath. Like, there's tricky pull to the water as said, but it's very visible, like crystal clear. And you can even see underneath the wrecks of some other, failed voyages through here. Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like this is a hands situation.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
I agree.
Okay. In which case we get out our navigating nets with that we've used before with maps tied into knots. We get out our 10-foot poles for poking into the water.
Yes.
Look, we're adventurers. We're prepared.
Your gondolier paddles.
Yeah, exactly. And each boat has someone leaning over the front, watching down in the water.
Okey-doke.
What do the people have time to craft that will help them meet this encounter? Trying to pick more interesting questions.
What do the people have time to craft that will help in this encounter? Well, I mean, anything that would allow you to navigate more reasonably within a current might help. So perhaps they craft small boats or small floating devices of some kind, just pieces of wood shaped the right way, and you throw them into the water ahead of the boat, and wherever this tricky current is going to pull, it's going to float in that direction, right? So
yeah,
that would help you navigate through.
yeah, like
maybe.
buoys.
Good one.
Yeah.
Cool. And what properties might this thing possess that could be valuable to the people?
Every time, no matter from where or how far away you've been or what direction you've taken, every time that you have come through to this celebration, this trading gathering or what have you, you've had to pass through here. Doesn't matter from what direction.
Huh.
Cool. All right, so we pull together, working in smooth harmony to the rhythm of the work chant, throwing buoys and like calling the depth and like keeping the oars of our rafts in sync. And I think we have like a traditional song that we use for navigating these waters already. That is like how we do that. Does it work?
I think it does. I think what you're saying is the practical way to go about this, and 100% like these things do not move to get into your way or shift violently or attack the ships or anything. It is what it looks like. It is a dangerous situation that, without being handled with care, would run you aground if you weren't looking for it, or you didn't know about it, or you hadn't been here before, or you hadn't prepared, or that kind of thing. It is strange that you always have to come through here on the open sea to get to this meeting, however. As if there is some magic to this place that, makes it, or maybe one of the other cultures, it's like some kind of protection of their sheltered haven, whoever's hosting this thing. And you see yourself free and clear with one reward.
I want it to be the memory.
Yay! Okay. All right. What do we win? We win. Ooh, I reckon it is. I reckon it's a ritual. Let me have a look here. What makes sense? I don't know actually if any of these make sense.
You can also just pick something if it's not something off that list.
Yeah, I can. No, we'll just go with my first instinct and try not to be too clever. I'm gonna go with a new ritual, one known by reputation and sought for many years. And I think in this case, that is like every time the people come through this place, they see hints of this ritual, this magic. And for like years and years, they've been trying to understand it. And I think that it has. I think in this case, the difference is that they've had these encounters with the other folk who are not like them, and I think that is the missing thing. And when they look down into the water to see these sort of ships that have sunk in amongst the reefs, they recognize many of these ships as being like those of the travelers. And that is sort of the missing piece of this puzzle for them. So I'm going to add a ritual. A ritual, steaming kelp and sprinkled sand to welcome the newborn to the people. But I think that this is like not necessarily newborn as in physically newborn. This can include welcoming other people, lowercase p, to become people, uppercase p.
Yeah, right. Cool.
that is a ritual that we now have, and we have been trying to understand for a long time.
Well, voice of the people. We reach our destination. We reach the yearly festival. Your voice, your
Memory.
Memory, that's the one.
But yes, I knew you were talking to me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, I need to choose us a thing.
When the people reach their destination, what ceremony marks the end of their journey?
Yeah. I think what happens is I'm going to go with a storytelling of the journey, the tale of each day and month, chanted in turn so none will forget. And I think that this happens in conjunction with the beginnings of the choosing of a new lawkeeper and the beginnings of the tattooing that needs to be done. And I think it's done in this kind of, like group ritual with all of the people and with the others at the festival. Maybe they all kind of join together and do this great ceremony for to appoint a new lawkeeper and begin to scribe the important texts upon their skin.
Yeah, that's really cool. Cool. We've reached our destination.
We made it.
Completed our journey.
Victory.
And we're not even too traumatized. That's
it's not even like...
I mean, speak for yourself. There are certainly a couple of people on our voyage who are not as happy about it.
Pretty fast.
It's true.
But
let's not forget, Foynan, loved by many, is cursed by the Dead Islands pole.
That's
I
true.
think Voynan
That
was
is gonna
like
be
our
a
lightning
problem.
pole here. Like Voynan was the big
Yeah.
loss.
Let's also not forget that some other people had a bad time.
Oh yeah, like a bunch of people had a bad time, but like
I mean, Gade died.
yeah,
It's true. It's true.
gobbled up by some kind of sky jabberwock.
To be fair, people die in these journeys.
Yeah, exactly.
That happens.
It's worth it to get to the sick party.
Sick party.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll meet with our kinfolk and get down.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was real cool. That's definitely the
fun.
fastest I've seen that gameplay.
The what? Sorry.
Like as far as that's the fastest I've been in a game of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Like just
Real nice and like focused.
yeah.
It was good.
And we only had one bonus encounter, so that probably sped it up a bit as well.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, there wasn't too much of like sitting in the same encounter either.
True. Yeah, there was only like the one where it had a failure. Where we had a failure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've all played it at least once before, haven't
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we know our way. We know our
That's
way
true.
around it.
we? Yeah. That makes everything more efficient also.
Ah,
That was good.
that was real good.
That was real neat. Thank you, everyone.
Good game, team. Good game.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I think our plan is to head to Minecraft for a while.
We're taking a little
We'll take
break.
a break, and we'll
Maybe. Because what time are we meant to start?
Yeah, right.
Minecraft?
We'll take like a 20-minute break.
Why don't we? If we start it.
Well, I mean, I got no input.
That's fine. But your advice is.
I mean, if you
20
wanna...
minutes is a long time to be on break. That's all I gotta
exactly.
say.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this is true. Okay,
Let's
so,
take
well,
a break
if
of, like,
it's all
5-10 minutes.
consistent.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
cool.
it's a 12-hour stream, so half an
Yeah,
hour
that was
here or
what I
there.
thought. I was like,
Yeah,
Let's take a break of like how long it takes us to get like food.
okay,
Yeah.
we'll grab some food.
We'll
Yeah.
grab some food.
All right.
We'll come back and play Minecraft. Are
Sounds good.
either of you gonna hang around for Minecraft?
I am not. I do not have
Yeah.
Minecraft, nor have I ever played really Minecraft, and
That's
I have no
fine.
desire to do so.
That is
That is
totally
okay.
fine.
You should eat chicken pie instead.
I'm gonna do
what you
that.
had?
Pie.
I
Yeah.
saw in chat.
Uh-huh.
You had delicious chicken pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
That sounds so good.
So I'm gonna go get that. It's been lovely playing with you all.
Yes,
Um,
thank you. This
thanks
is
for
great.
coming.
And have a great rest of your 12-hour stream. I'm gonna
Thank
eat and
you.
then sleep. That's my plan.
Good plan.
Good plan.
Are you hanging around for Minecraft, Andrew?
I will.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Elf, thank you for joining us. Everyone, if you're not already following Elf, Distracted Elf on Twitch and Twitter, go follow her. She's super cool.
Have you got a little doodad for her? No, we don't have one yet.
I don't.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Chat, you know where to find me. Twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter @DistractedElf.
Cool. All right, we'll be back in 5-10 minutes. We'll try and aim for less if we can. Cool.
I've got to swap computers. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right, back soon, chat.